Team Hell No. I wonder, do people actually even realize that right now it should be called Team Hell Yes? Because Daniel Bryan's gimmick back in the day was the no guy. He says yes all the time, but he used to say no. Somehow this gimmick is great. I don't know why, but it worked, and it's absolutely great. I'm not even being sarcastic. He's saying yes. That's f***ing amazing. So the first question I have is, should they actually be called Team Hell Yes? And the second, does it even matter? No. So basically on SmackDown Live, a very terrible, boring episode of SmackDown Live. Thank you WWE for keeping me entertained. No, Vince McMahon, thank you, for real. I used to have sleep issues, not anymore. So basically in a very boring episode of SmackDown Live, we seen Daniel Bryan versus Luke Harper, and during the match, Eric Rowan interfered, so we had two guys beating the crap out of Daniel Bryan, move after move, and Daniel Bryan is helpless up until we get a very terrible version of Kane's entrance without any pyro. You know how ridiculous this actually is to have Kane's pyro sound effect without the actual pyro? And Kane appears. So, oh my god, Kane is going to help Daniel Bryan. He helps Daniel Bryan, chokeslam, knee into the face, and they hug it out. Forget everything that happened between these two, just hug it out. It was kind of romantic, by the way. I kind of like that. At first, Daniel Bryan didn't actually know whether he should hug Kane or not, because he remembered all the things that happened in the past. For example, Kane trying to kill the guy. Boys be boys, right? But the crowd was really into it, so he hugged it out, and we seen Kane doing this, even though like a few months ago he was actually trying to kill Braun Strowman and shit, but WWE, right? It was really random, and here is the question: was it actually good or was it bad? Is it worth it? Is it not worth it? And today we're gonna try to actually analyze that, that's a funny word coming from anal, right? And see whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. So back in the day we used to have a Team Hell No. People don't even realize that this actually happened before Daniel Bryan was actually a big top babyface in the WWE. People liked Daniel Bryan, but he was not that huge. Also, what people don't realize is that before they were actually a tag team, Team Hell No, they were actually fighting for a chick. And I'm not even kidding, we've seen Kane kissing AJ Lee. And then CM Punk kissed AJ after Kane kissed AJ. I love WWE somehow. I absolutely love it, by the way. That was the best thing that WWE ever did. Kane kissing AJ Lee, holy shit, I'm having a boner. Even right now. Anyway, somehow they became a tag team and they couldn't stand each other. Anyway, during segments, during promos, during even their tag team matches, they couldn't stand each other, but somehow they won tag team championships. Also happened very weirdly, with a fluke. And even with that, they just couldn't get along. I'm the tag team champions. I am the tag team champions. I'm the tag team champions. I'm the tag team champions. It may sound that I'm actually making fun of it, but it was absolutely entertaining. It was actually pretty damn cool. So Kane and Daniel Bryan were this tag team that we didn't know we needed. It was very random, but very entertaining. However, they became rivals when Daniel Bryan was actually facing the authority for the WWE Championship. For example, Triple H, Randy Orton, Batista, whatever the case may be. But what's interesting is that Kane was also here as the guy without mask with a six-pack. The six-pack was actually pretty nice. You know what I realized yesterday? I was always like, Kane reminds me of something. And today I realized it's Shrek. Kane reminds me of Shrek for some reason. I'm just gonna put it out here because I don't think I will have any other opportunity to say that. And also, once Daniel Bryan actually won the WWE Championship, his first rivalry was against Kane, where he pretty much tried to destroy the guy, but right now it seems like it's all alright, so I may have a bit of issue with that because it doesn't really make any sense. Now, are there actually positives about that? Absolutely. The tag team division on SmackDown is way more interesting right now. We've seen the Usos versus the Bludgeon Brothers, we've seen Bludgeon Brothers versus the New Day, we've seen everything. We needed something fresh. You know what is a legitimate tag team for the Bludgeon Brothers because they're booked so strong? Daniel Bryan and Kane. So if there is a way to make me interested for Extreme Rules tag team matches It's Daniel Bryan and Kane versus the Bludgeon Brothers. I give a shit about that. I absolutely love that. Many of you don't know, Daniel Bryan actually had history with Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. He actually was a part of the Wyatt family, so maybe that's one of the things that you didn't actually remember during the segment, during the matches, so that's also very interesting. So when it comes to that, the tag team division on SmackDown right now is stacked, absolutely, but is that a long-term thing, you know, because Kane is actually running for mayor, or he actually became one, I don't know, I don't even remember. So it has to be a one-time thing, right? So I don't think they will win the tag team championships, but for Extreme Rules, for only 1 or 2 pay-per-views, I'm totally okay with that. But here's the thing, as interesting as it is that Daniel Bryan is reuniting with Kane and he's facing for the tag team championship, the tag team division is so amazing right now. When it all comes down to, shouldn't Daniel Bryan actually be in the main event picture facing AJ Styles for the WWE Championship? Yes and no. That's one of the biggest complaints I hear from people, is that Daniel Bryan should actually be in the main event. When you think about it, we wanted The Miz versus Daniel Bryan, didn't get it. We wanted AJ Styles versus Daniel Bryan, didn't get it at pay-per-view for the WWE Championship. But here's the thing, I honestly want that, obviously. I don't think it's a right time. Because you see, I think SummerSlam is just right around the corner, right? So why don't you save one of these rivalries for SummerSlam? I think that's what they are doing. They just want to give you something interesting with Daniel Bryan, so at SummerSlam they could give you something even better. I don't think Rusev is winning the WWE Championship, guys. I really don't think so. I think we have bright future when it comes to AJ, Daniel Bryan and The Miz. These rivalries will happen. So I think we need just a little bit more of patience. Of course, if it doesn't happen, and their long-term plan is to build the Team Hell No, well, that's bullshit. Well, then that's bullshit, and I take every damn word back. But if it's not the case, it's actually pretty good, you just need a little bit more patience. What also doesn't make a lot of sense for me, and this is something that I somehow really care about, is that wasn't Kane actually on Monday Night Raw? So basically, when Kane returned to Monday Night Raw to face Braun Strowman, he was actually a part of SmackDown Live, but then he somehow appeared on Raw and we didn't got any mention how he got signed to be on Monday Night Raw. Now all of a sudden, he's a part of SmackDown Live, so can you make up your mind? Somehow this all draft, superstar shakeup thing matters so much, we need to trade guys, but all of a sudden, it doesn't anymore. It just doesn't anymore. That's what I don't really understand. If you won't get an answer why Kane is actually on SmackDown Live, I will be pretty disappointed. At the end of the day, it's still pretty good because nostalgia is one hell of a drug, and it's that type of nostalgia that we actually want to see in the WWE. It's also a right way to use Kane. Let's be honest out here, no one is actually excited to see Kane back in the WWE in 2018. When it comes to Kane, I think he could be just as big as The Undertaker if WWE didn't put him in these terrible rivalries or mask the guy and do all of this shit to turn Kane into a comedy character. However, when he is back with Daniel Bryan, people actually give a shit. So if it's actually going to be Kane's last run in the WWE, I'm totally for it, and I think it's the best way to do it, either with The Undertaker or Daniel Bryan, because people would care. If you would put Kane in a normal singles rivalry, people won't care. No, they will not. So when it all comes down to it, has negatives, it has positives. But for now, I actually think that it's a good thing unless WWE ruins it, and it's something that we should just enjoy. Daniel Bryan will have his time, and let's just appreciate Kane. I mean, he's not going to be wrestling for many more years. He's pretty old right now when it comes to being a wrestler. So Daniel Bryan and Kane, Team Hell No, are actually going to face them for the Tag Team Championships this Extreme Rules pay-per-view. My prediction is that they are not gonna win the Tag Team Championships, but it's a very good reunion nonetheless. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think about Kane and Daniel Bryan reuniting to be in a tag team division for the Tag Team Championships? Team Hell No is back 2013 all over again. Thank you for watching this video. If you want to support the channel, if you want to support the video, make sure to click that like button and leave a comment. Also subscribe if you already didn't. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, lots of cool shit right here. And as always guys, the great one, peace, love and hugs. It's been a pleasure.